Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. As you can tell from the title of this video, we're doing something a little bit different. Hope you don't mind, but whether you mind or not, I'm going to do it anyway, so here we go. Over the years of doing this YouTube channel, not that I'm a huge success or a big deal, but I've learned quite a lot along the process and journey of uploading videos on YouTube on this social media platform. And it's come a long way, especially you guys who have been watching me for a number of years now know it's come a long way. And for what it's worth, I would like to just share some pointers with you guys, just in case you are trying to do the same thing. You're trying to create a channel and share something, and you're trying to find some traction. Perhaps this will help you out. So for what it's worth, here you go. Now, the first thing I would tell anybody who wants to do a YouTube channel and to be successful at it is you really have to have something to show. You got to have some sort of talent that's going to draw people to your channel that says, ooh, that's pretty cool. I want to check that out. People come to YouTube or they watch YouTube for one of two reasons: to be entertained and to learn something, or a combination of both. I'd like to think that I have both in my channel, where people like the content and maybe they learn something too. If you get both of those, that's great. But you really need something that is going to hold their attention both now and ongoing into the future. The next thing that's very important is quality. You really need to have good quality videos. So what do I mean by that? There's a few things. So the first thing, let's back up. First thing is to have something to show. The second thing is quality. So the first thing under quality is resolution. A lot of times you go to somebody's channel or your video in general, and it's just blurry because it's not in HD. I know we're really spoiled with resolution, but really you need to be in at least HD. 720 and up. 1080 is really it should be the minimum if you think about it. And of course, Ultra and 4K is just a bonus. But we do live in an age where you can get a device that will record in high definition at a reasonable price. The average Joe can usually get a hold of them, but if at all possible, get something that shoots in HD. We love that crystal clear picture. And of course, the next thing with quality is going to be not shaking the camera. A lot of times I get somebody who wants to share their city with me, so they'll give me a link. I follow the link and I check out, and they got a cool setup, but their camera is, I mean, it's all over the place. And you got to remember that we're not watching it from the perspective of your eyes. We're watching it from the camera lens. So if this is going all over the place, we're going all over the place. So preferably put it on a tripod and explain or whatever is going on. But if you're going to be holding it in your hand, do your best to hold it still. One final thing with video quality, and this is something I really wish I got into a lot earlier, and that is video editing software. Makes such a huge difference in the quality of videos. So what I use right now, and again, I'm kind of behind the game right now, but I've used the GoPro action camera in a lot of my videos. You guys know that. And I use the GoPro Studios software for it, and it's okay. It really has struggled lately with the new GoPro because it has the what do you call it, the high efficiency video coding that it just can't handle, and it constantly just crashes. So I've recently upgraded. I use a couple other softwares, Adobe Premiere Elements. Just costs a little bit of money, about $100 or so, but that's my core right now. I love it. It's been so much nicer. So you should see some better quality for me actually going forward too. I also use a little bit of DaVinci Resolve. It's pretty intense software, probably for the more advanced person, but that's something I use on occasion. For your high efficiency videos like 4K and things that have a lot of frames per second, there's a software called Handbrake that encodes it for you and puts it in the software so it can actually handle it. So those are the softwares that I use that have helped quite a bit with the quality. So the next one is have fun. This is very important because if it's not fun, what's the point, right? You guys know I do this as a hobby. I have priorities. You know, obviously family and job are priorities. But as I can, I do the hobby of making videos and posting them on YouTube. And what I've found, the value I find in having fun with this is sharing it and getting the feedback from people. It's overwhelmingly positive in the LEGO community. It is. I don't see other channels as competition. I see them as partners, whether they're huge huge channels or small channels, it's awesome to be involved with it and to get that feedback, which is mostly positive. Now, it can be bad. Now, I'll share with you a story or experience I had. One of my first videos, I think it was the first complete overview I did, and it was before I had an HD camera. The quality was terrible, and I sounded terrible, at least I thought anyway. And I got a comment from Jang Bricks, and he just said he appreciated, I think if I remember this correctly, he appreciated my calm approach of speaking, and man, that really meant a lot. He could have been like, wow, your city it needs some help, man. But he wasn't. He was very positive, and I tried to pay that forward as time has gone on and be very encouraging. And that's really been my experience with everybody in the LEGO community, almost everybody. But like I said, there's the occasional troll. And that's why I say you also have to have some thick skin, because you have people that are hiding behind a keyboard and a fake name, a username, and they're going to say some stuff to you. And they're going to be very critical. And they're going to say some pretty rough things that you just have to ignore. And I would say never get into it with people that are just going to be trolling you. Ignore them. If the comments are inappropriate, delete them. I try to stay as family friendly as possible in my channel. You guys know that, and I would encourage you to do the same. But you got to have some thick skin. But you know, I'm not to say that there's going to be. I mean, there's going to be constructive criticism. So many times I posted a video and there's something I messed up on, or I didn't say, or I built wrong. And trust me, if you do something wrong or say something off, you're going to get called out for it. And that's just the way it is. You just move on, and the next video you live and learn, and you do better next time. And sometimes I reach out and I go, yeah, you're right. You totally caught me on that one. I messed it up, and I should have done my research or something like that. You know, but overall, it is very positive. So have fun with it. Be encouraging, and always try to, I don't know, pay that forward in that encouragement and help others along the way too. One last thing advice I would give is, and that is be patient. What I mean by that is our society is all about instant gratification. Man, I just ordered this, you know, this set yesterday. Why hasn't it arrived on my front porch yet? You know, it's amazing what technology has done for us, yet we're still ticked off that things take time, right? And that's the same thing with collecting Lego. And you guys know I've collected Lego for almost 30 years now. And there was also a time where it sat in storage, and I really wanted to get it out, but it was a time of my life where I was in school. We just moved into this home, and I had a couple years left of college still, and I knew if I got the Lego out, it would be a huge distraction. So that was a tough time. No, it was tough to have it in storage. But once I was done, as soon as I got that final grade, that final exam, and I knew I got my college degree, oh man, I went right downstairs and I started busting those sets out, and of course the rest is history. So have some priorities, be patient, and of course, you know, that I look back at that experience now, guys, and while it was a sacrifice, getting that education has allowed me some better opportunities to provide for my family, and obviously to further my Lego collecting habits, right? So be patient. Don't be upset that, you know, your channel's not getting the views or subs. It's amazing to me when I'm on YouTube and I'm looking at other videos that are suggested to me, that you can have people with almost 1 million subscribers, right? And each video gets tens of thousands of views almost instantly. And then you have other creators who, in my opinion, are just as talented and have just as amazing content, but they just have like a dozen or two subscribers, and they barely get any hits. It's kind of just the way it is. And I know YouTube has changed the way they do YouTube channels, and they've made it a little bit more difficult for people to really get going, which is kind of frustrating. So again, that's why I say be patient, hang in there, and just continue doing what you're doing and have fun with it. I think that's going to wrap it up here, guys. Thanks so much for listening. And with all the stuff I had to say, I hope you found it useful, valuable. I know there's a lot of other stuff online that shares very similar things, but I just wanted to share it from my perspective for what it's worth. Again, appreciate you giving me the time, and we'll get back to a video on Lego here very, very soon. Until then, you guys enjoy your day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.